Hey, Car, you okay to text, man?
Hey, Rob. Yeah, sure. I'm taking the subway downtown. No problem using line. What's up?
Is your wife Sarah with you?
No. I have to meet up with a friend. I think Sarah's already finished her part-time job. She should be home about now.
Okay, got it, so we can continue then.
What's up, Rob? You sound kind of serious. Something wrong?
Listen carefully. Don't lose your cool or anything.
Yeah. Okay.
I know how to say this, so I'm just gonna give it to you straight. Sarah's cheating on you.
Excuse me? Cheating?
The other day, I saw her heading toward a hotel with some guy. They were holding hands.
Right. Are you sure?
Yeah, sorry, but I had to say something. You're my best friend, after all.
I appreciate it, Rob, but actually, I already know.
Huh, really?
I kind of feel weird telling you this, but I asked this agency to look into it. A private investigator. I had to check it out. I wanted to get a bit more info and, make sure it was true. I was going to call you after that, maybe get your advice and all. Sorry to worry you, man.
I see, okay then. Well, that's great. Well, not great, but you know what I mean. At least something is happening.
Yeah, so I may be calling on you later to hear my grievances and such. Hope you don't mind.
For sure, man. I'm there for you.
Thanks, Rob. You don't know how much that means to me.
Hey, Carl, are you busy?
Hey, Sarah, what's up?
Are you working overtime today by any chance?
Why do you ask?
Yeah, I was wondering if we could spend the evening together. And later.
What's this about all of a sudden?
It's just that we haven't, it's been a while since we are married. I figured since it's been a while, we could have a little fun tonight, that's all.
I hate to tell you this, but yeah, overtime. End of the month and all. Probably be pretty late tonight. Sorry.
But I thought you just concluded that big project you were working on.
Yeah, that's all done, but some trouble came in our New York office, and I have to deal with it. May take some time.
I see. Well then.
Oh, sorry, Sarah. My boss is calling me. Better get back to work. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Rob, you there? Hey, man, we need to talk. Getting my shivers up my spine. I can't take this.
What are you talking about, buddy?
She just called, and you know what she said? She was suggesting we sleep together tonight. Can you believe it?
Really? You're talking about your wife, right?
Of course. I mean, I found out she's seen some new guy, probably sleeping with him, no doubt, and she asked me if I want to, do the deed tonight. Really? Makes you sick to my stomach.
Calm down, Carl. Kinda weird asking you this, but how long has it been since you guys last, together?
We're not sure. I was pretty busy with the project at work. I guess it must have been like 4 or 5 months. So when she said she wanted to, do the deed, gave me the creeps.
Take it easy, Carl. Don't get all worked up, man. You know what? This might mean that Sarah is pregnant with this guy's kid.
Why would you think that?
Maybe she's thinking she could raise as a kid of yours. You never know unless you do DNA tests, of course. Maybe that's your little ploy.
Yeah, you might be onto something there, Rob.
Mind you, this is all just an assumption. If I upset you, I'm sorry.
No problem. Now that you say that, I get what you mean, and I don't feel so bad about it anymore.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, you always gave it to me straight. I need that now. Clears my head. Thanks. I'll ask the investigation agency to put that little fact in their search.
Yeah, might be a good idea. You never know.
All right, Rob. Thanks for that, man. If there's anything that you notice, let me know.
For sure. That's what I'm here for.
Hey, Carl, you there? I can't stand this any longer. It's been 1 week that we've been apart. I'm getting kinda lonely. Come on. Tonight for sure, right?
Sorry, have to stay overnight tonight.
Huh? Seriously?
Yeah, that trouble we had last week, it's still not resolved. Can't get home until he works something out. Sorry. Even my boss is in a panic. This could even bring down the company. We just can't seem to come to an agreement. I have no option but to stay as long as needed and work this problem out.
Really? All right. I guess there's nothing you can...
Sorry, gotta go. Gotta get to the root of the problem.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Hey, Rob, you there? I got the investigation report back from the agency.
Oh yeah, what's it say?
Apparently, they have a recording of Sarah talking to her boyfriend about her being pregnant. The content seemed to be a conversation they're having on how they could force the kid on me, making me to be the father. You were right, it seems. The way she was always urging me to come home early for a late night romp, it was all part of the plan. Actually, she's like trying to lure me in almost every night. I've been making up various reasons for not coming home. Working overtime, flying to New York, all that. I can see she's really getting frustrated that her little scheme isn't working out.
I see, yeah. Gotta do something about it soon. You're not gonna be able to hold it off forever. So, what are you gonna do going forward?
Well, actually, I went to see my in-laws yesterday.
Oh yeah, did you tell them about this?
Yeah, I showed them all the evidence and told them all I know about the situation. That's when they made a suggestion.
What suggestion?
Well, they suggested that I completely ignore her until the child is born.
You're just gonna ignore her? For what, like 6 months?
Yeah, they said that knowing Sarah's character, if she finds out that I know, she may have to take matters into her own hands. You know, take drastic measures.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, to them, the child will be their first grandchild. They've been waiting a long time to see their grandchild. It's not the child's fault after all, right? They said they don't want to jeopardize a precious life.
Yeah, I can understand how they feel.
But they know I don't want to be with her until then, so I made up the story where I had to go off on a business trip to handle an urgent matter in New York, which would probably take months to resolve. As for Sarah, I'll have her stay with her folks until I can resolve things in New York.
I see, yeah.
Oh no, I just got a line message from Sarah. Gotta go. Probably wants you to come home tonight for sure. You know what? I'll keep you in the loop, Rob. Thanks for everything.
Alrighty, take care.
Hey, Carl, what is this? Are you avoiding me? Don't tell me you're going to be late again tonight. You have to come home tonight. We're sharing a bed. I won't take no for an answer this time, Carl.
I'm really sorry, Sarah. I have to go on an urgent trip to New York. That problem just won't go away.
Excuse me? This is a joke, right?
No, no joke. The problem we had since last week, you remember well. It just got worse. Can't do anything from here, so I've been asked to handle it personally, so I'm off to New York to deal with it in person. I probably won't be back for a few months.
Huh? A few months? Seriously?
Yeah, I was shocked too. I talked to your mom and dad about it, and they suggested that you come and stay with them while I'm gone. What do you say?
Huh? You spoke to my folks already.
Yeah, I happened to call them. You know, about the Christmas gathering, and we got to talking, and I mentioned my trip, and they offered to have you stay with them. I think it's a good idea, don't you?
Oh, yeah, but this is all kind of weird. Carl, are you there? I feel a little uneasy telling you this, but I think I'm pregnant. Actually, I'm glad I came back home to my folks' place. I was trying to remember when we actually, did it. We probably did it one night after a hard day's work. You were half asleep, as I recall. Anyway, are you still working on that problem? Anyway, contact me as soon as you're free. Dad? Hey, Carl, why don't you contact me? Your baby is really growing inside of me, healthy as ever. Please send me a message when you have time. We feel so lonely without you. Carl, are you there? Why do you keep ignoring me? What's up? You haven't even contacted me once, and you call yourself a father? Please, a little message will do. I'm glad I was able to come to my folks' place so I can handle being alone, but come on. You're going to be a father. This is for the rest of your life. I think it would be a good idea to see me with child as much as possible. You'll regret it later.
Whoa, it's getting pretty unbearable. I can't take it anymore, Rob.
Hey, Carl, what's so unbearable?
It's about Sarah.
Yeah, right. Go ahead, let's hear it.
Sorry, had to talk to somebody. Thanks for being here for me, man. She contacted me saying I should have a little more awareness that I'm going to be a father. Can you believe it?
Oh, yeah? Man, that must be hard on you. I wonder if she's still seeing this guy. She's been at your folks' place this whole time, right?
No, doesn't look like it. I'm not sure if it's because she was at her folks' place who kept a close eye on her, but it looks like they broke up. Which puts me in a tougher spot. Now she's determined to make me the father.
Oh, man. Women can be pretty intimidating. Isn't she getting suspicious that you're completely ignoring her?
Nah, her folks are in on it and they're handling it well. You know, telling her that I'm busy with work and all. Her father's company's a major client of ours, so he's able to back me up, making up all kinds of stories to keep her satisfied.
Hey, Carl, how are ya? My belly is huge now. I wish you could see it. And you have to feel the baby moving around inside. It's fantastic. I know you're busy and Dad explained the situation to me, but I sure would like to talk to you, even a little. Even a short text message at least. Oh, yeah. Maybe you didn't want to know, but I can't keep it to myself anymore. It's a boy. I remember you saying you'd love to play baseball with him if we had a boy. Remember that? Your wish has come true. Bet you can't wait to see him. I just hope this whole problem you're dealing with in New York gets resolved. Carl, you there? The big day is almost here. Boy, my tummy is huge. It's hard as getting around. Really wish you were here, Carl. I mean, emotionally. It would be such a huge relief if you were by my side. You know, I really want to know. You are going to be by my side when the day comes, right? You do want to see your son when he comes into this world. I mean, what father wouldn't? Could you just tell me if you'll be here or not? I haven't been able to see you once while I've been pregnant, so I hope you can at least make it to the most important day of our lives. Maybe seeing your son being born will really wake you up. You'll finally come to the realization that you're Dad. Carl, what is this? You're asking for compensation right after I give birth? What is this?
Hey, Sarah. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Carl, finally! Where the hell have you been? And what the hell is this about compensation? For what?
First off, congratulations on your baby.
Yeah, well...
But you know what? I'm afraid I really can't be a father.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Come on, Sarah. Ask yourself why I demanded compensation. I'm sure you know full well. I was aware that you were cheating on me way before you got pregnant. So there's no use denying it, Sarah. I'm perfectly aware that the kid, the little boy you're probably holding in your arms right now, that he's this guy's kid and not mine. In addition, I had your boyfriend pay me for wrecking our marriage, just so you know.
You're not serious. So the past 7 months you...
For me, it was sort of preparation for getting a divorce, but regarding the circumstances of why you're even in this situation and why we pretended we didn't know, ask your mom and dad about that, they'll explain. All I did was, as your dad told me, and get ready for divorce. That's all.
Divorce? What are you talking about? Our child has just been born. Come on, Carl, you can't be serious. This is not right. You can't do this. Please, don't make him a fatherless child. Please, Carl.
Shouldn't you be telling that to the guy you had an affair with, not me? I'm not the father.
But...
I also got your father's support for declaring the child is not mine. But I have no relation to him.
Declare what?
Submit official papers proving that I am not the father of this child.
Huh? No. Please don't do that. I already broke off with the guy. You have to be the father or else.
Don't tell me you want to bring up your boyfriend's son, do you? Come on, Sarah, I can't do that.
But that's the only option I have. I can't be a single mom. You have to help me, Carl. Are you really going to abandon the child your wife gave birth to? Can you really do that? Don't you even have a shred of compassion in you, Carl? You can't do this. Have some pity, for God's sake.
Sarah, I know the child is not guilty of anything. He's completely innocent, but
Then why?
I have no obligation to bring him up. It's not my responsibility. Simple as that.
Then what the hell am I going to do?
We're complete strangers now. I'm not related at all to the baby of yours. There's no use asking me. Your dad has all the papers for the divorce, so I urge you to sign it and I'll be out of your life for good. After you pay the compensation amount, I'll submit the papers. So sign it. Let's get this over with once and for all.
Please, Carl.
Anything else, please go through my lawyer. Okay then, that's about it. Goodbye, Sarah. During the 8 months until she gave birth, her father apparently made all the necessary preparations. First off, the divorce went through without a hitch, and her parents paid me the compensation amount on her behalf. I was able to receive the amount in full. As for the baby, Sarah's younger sister and brother-in-law took the now single mom in, and they are bringing him up as their own. Maybe it was because all the people around her took too much care of her. Sarah took advantage of this easy situation and ended up lounging around the house, not working and even going out until the wee hours of the night drinking with her friends, and letting her younger sister take care of her son. One day, she came back from one of her vacations. She found the house empty. All there was left was a note on the kitchen table telling her the family had abandoned her and taken her son. She was no longer part of the family. As for her son, she had long signed over custody to her sister and brother-in-law. Realizing that she was no longer wanted and that she lost everything, she disappeared into the night, never to be seen again.
Hey, Hannah, are you there? I was just wondering if you were still thinking of coming home at your usual time. I was only wondering because I really don't want you to come around here.
Hey, Tina. Sorry, what is this about? It's the 3rd anniversary of Dad's death, so... Yeah, I was going to come home to pay my respects with you and Mom.
Yes, I'm well aware of what the date is, thank you very much. And I'm telling you that I don't want you to come back at all.
Okay, can I ask why you don't want me to come back home? Were you going to help Mom in my place?
What do you mean, help Mom? What do you even do?
I mean how every year our aunts and uncles and cousins come over to help us remember Dad, and then we all go out for dinner. I always help Mom make the arrangements and reservations before we all meet up. So if I'm not going to be there, I'm asking if you're going to help Mom instead. Because I think Mom wanted to cook at home for this year, so she's going to need even more help than usual. Are you okay with that?
Hold on a second. That sounds like a big pain in the butt.
Right. Well, I'm already 30 minutes away from getting there, so just tell Mom that I've almost arrived, okay?
Seriously? Fine. Hey, Hannah, are you still here? Have you not gone back home yet?
What are you doing? We're in the same house. Why are you texting me? Just come and talk to me, Tina.
Just answer my question. Jeez. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, yeah. I was thinking of going home after I help Mom clean around the house since everyone's gone home now.
Okay. Then I guess in that case, I'll head out and have some fun.
You mean that you're really not going to help Mom and I out with any of this at all?
I'm already out. I'm not even home, so how could I?
You mean that you snuck out while we were all clearing the table? Why do you always do this? Why do you always have to be so selfish? I've had enough out of you. You need to learn how to grow up. Tina, are you there? You are in serious trouble. Did you take that $200 from Mom's private stash she keeps under Dad's urn? You need to give that back to her right now.
Ugh, literally, what are you even talking about?
I am talking about the money that Mom keeps under Dad's urn for emergencies. I was polishing off his urn one more time, and when I picked it up, I saw that the money wasn't there. I asked Mom about it, and she said she hadn't moved the urn or touched the money at all today, so it must have been someone else who took it.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing if I have already been caught.
Well, you need to give that back to Mom right now!
What do you mean? Did you forget that I still live with Mom? What's hers is mine, and I would have ended up with it anyways.
But this is Mom's emergency money. She was going to use it to repay herself for hosting Dad's memorial service. That was never meant to be money for you to spend on yourself, Tina.
Well, it's a little bit late for that, because I've already used it all up.
Excuse me? You did what? Are you kidding me?
I'm serious, and I want you to stop coming around the house so often.
What are you talking about? Why don't you want me here that badly?
Because I know that money that you give Mom every month is money that you get from illegal dealings.
No, seriously. What are you even talking about? How did you even come up with that one?
Well, you work in a factory assembly line, so there's just no way you could afford to send Mom the $1,500 a month that you've been doing for so long now. I mean, you've been sending money to Mom for 10 years, but last year the amount jumped from $700 to $1,500. That means the amount more than doubled, which means you must be getting your money from somewhere illegal.
I have no idea how to even respond to something like that. And besides, I don't work at a factory, so I don't know where that came from either.
You mean you got fired and had to take an even lower paying job just to survive? Then you must be doing some seriously illegal stuff to afford the lifestyle that you have.
This is just getting ridiculous. Do you really think I'm only capable of getting low-paying jobs?
I mean, isn't that how it works for people who never graduated college and only graduated from high school?
You know that I was supposed to go to college. I was accepted and everything, but then Dad called the school and asked them to cancel my application with them.
Yeah. All I hear are excuses from a sore loser. You have got to be doing something illegal. I just know it. It's the only explanation.
You seriously just don't know when to stop, do you?
Well, we don't need your filthy money anymore.
You mean that you're really going to keep pushing me with this? Is this really a game that you want to play with me?
There's no game. I'm just telling you the truth that I know about you. I mean, you moved out of the house 10 years ago. Just how often do you really need to visit us? Besides, it's just painful for someone with a college education like myself to have to deal with you for so often.
All right then. I guess I'll stop sending the money if you're so serious about this.
That will be fine by me. We still have plenty of money left over from when Dad died, so there.
So you're just planning on living off Dad's inheritance, huh? Well, we'll just see about that.
Hannah, are you there? You have to help me! I'm in serious trouble! I just went to check my balance in the bank and there's nothing there.
And just why are you coming to me about any of this?
Well, because I know that you used it all up for yourself.
I live more than an hour away from you and Mom. How could I have possibly broken into your bank account? I mean, how would I have even gotten a hold of your debit card in the first place? I think you just now realized for yourself that you don't actually have any money.
You must have hacked into the system and wired yourself all of my money or something like that. I know that I had money in there before, and now I don't, which means that someone had to have stolen it. There's no other explanation. So give me my money.
If anyone should be asking for their money back, it should be me, Tina.
What are you talking about? How are you the victim here?
I mean that you took the money that Dad left us, even the money he left for Mom, and spent it all on yourself. You used it all up within the first year after he died, didn't you?
What do you mean? Why are you saying this?
I'm saying it because you robbed Mom, even though she's a frail old lady who still does her best to keep her house running. And meanwhile, you do nothing to help her and leech off of her already rather small retirement money. That was the whole reason why I raised the amount of money I was sending Mom in the first place. She kept telling me how tight things were for her.
But I didn't know that that's why you did that.
But recently, I asked Mom for a breakdown of just how she was spending that money that I had been sending to her. She told me that every month when she gets the $1,500 from me, $1,200 of it goes to you, and she is only left with $300. So basically, you leave Mom with barely even enough money to take care of herself while you leech off of her.
No, that isn't true. That's not fair.
And after the memorial, Mom showed me some of the texts that you sent her where you demanded the money that I had just given her.
You're lying. I don't believe you. I'm going to go talk to Mom about this right now, and she'll say I'm right. Mom isn't at home right now. And I poked my head into her room, and all her stuff was gone too. What's going on here? Where did Mom go? Why is this happening?
It's okay. Mom is with me right now, actually.
She is? Really? But why?
Because she hates living with you, of course.
What are you talking about? Of course she doesn't.
She says that you make her do all the work around the house while you just hang out in your room or go out all day. Not only that, but you're always asking her for money that she doesn't have, and then you get mad at her when she doesn't have it. Mom has actually wanted to stop living with you for a while. She tried to be patient for your sake. But now she's had enough, and she finally came to me for help.
But I didn't even do anything bad. This isn't fair.
Of course you've done something bad here.
What do you mean? What did I even do?
You were always spoiled by Dad growing up, and you haven't changed since then. I mean, you've been out of school for years now, and you still don't even have a job. What is up with that? The least you could do is work part-time to help out with Mom.
But I hate work. It's so stupid.
Do you think people go to work because they like it?
You mean they don't?
Look, I had to step in, and I was the one that took Mom out of that house.
But how could you do something like that without even telling me about it?
Because we knew that you would throw a fit over it, like you're doing right now. And also, I'm selling the house.
Hold on. You're going to be doing what? But I live here! Where am I supposed to go? Do you even have the right to sell the house?
Well, you remember when we split up Dad's estate, right? In the will, he left you and Mom his savings, and he left me the house.
He left you the house? I thought he left it to Mom.
Apparently, it was easier to make the taxes work out if I got the house and not the money, so he left it to me.
You mean that this is all over something as stupid as taxes?
I suppose you wouldn't know much about that, considering that you don't do any work, huh?
Don't you talk to me like I'm some stupid kid.
Well, anyways, I'm more than happy to introduce you to a company that offers corporate dorms for its employees.
What do you mean? Why would I need something like that?
Well, soon you're not going to have money or a place to live. You're going to have to do something, right?
But you could help me, right? You could send me money every month and help me out, right?
You're joking, right?
Of course I'm not joking.
I am offering you a job in my company that will provide you with money and housing. This is the best deal that you are ever going to find.
But I don't want to work. This isn't fair.
The people from the company are going to be arriving at the house soon to pick you up and take you to your new home.
They're coming to pick me up right now? You already signed me up for this?
I would say that you probably have just enough time to pack your bags before they arrive, but I would start now.
You're kidding me. Don't tell me that these are goons from the illegal business that you make all your money from.
Are you really going on about all of that?
I just mean that there's no way you could afford to send someone money like that.
Of course I can. Why don't you think I make any money?
Well, then what's your job, huh?
I'm a general manager for my company.
You mean you don't work for an assembly line?
I worked a job like that once in high school. Did you really think that I never moved on to anything else? My current job I got because an old colleague started his own company and asked if I would like a new and higher paying job.
But you don't even have a college degree. Why would anyone want to hire you?
Because I studied hard after I graduated and developed my skills without having to go to school. And now I'm here.
But that isn't fair. Why don't I have things like that happen to me?
I don't know. Have you ever applied for a job?
I'm still working on my resume.
Really? Because there is no way that it could be that long. Anyways, I hope you've been packing this whole time. I just got a text from the pickup crew that they arrived at the house.
You're kidding me. You mean they're here already?
That's right. And your first shift is going to be bright and early tomorrow.
I'm going to have to start work tomorrow?
Yep. Good luck with the new job. Tina was always our dad's favorite child while we were growing up together. He would let her get away with everything and never asked her to do any kind of work. I was thinking of asking Mom to move in with me after he died, actually. But I had so much going on with my new job that I knew I needed more time. Now that I've really grown in my career, however, I'm sure of this. It's time that I give my mom a break after all the hard years of work that she's put in throughout her life. I heard from some coworkers about how Tina was getting along in her new job. At first, she tried to threaten everyone around her that her older sister was someone very important in the company. But when she realized that wasn't working, it was like something broke. And she finally just started following instructions and working.